of it was just a shouty, mad, explodey movie.
Yeah.
You know, the first movie, it was tech noir.
Yeah.
You know, dark technology. It was gritty.
That's even what they called the nightclub.
Yeah, tech noir. Yeah. You know, it was. There's a word I'm trying to search for and I can't find it.
Amazeballs.
Totes amazeballs.
Totes amazeballs.
But
yeah.
It was. No, it's absolutely gone.
I like to.
It was understated.
Okay. Did you watch? Have you ever seen the Sarah Connor Chronicles?
Yes.
Did you watch the Sarah Connor Chronicles?
Yes.
I really liked it.
I loved it.
It wasn't handled brilliantly, but I loved some of the ideas.
And the effects were just.
Yeah, but
you could do them at home on your computer better.
I love this idea that Skynet, in a last ditch attempt, threw Terminators throughout
everywhere,
time, and that they're just waiting. Some sitting there maybe 200 years waiting to do that. I love that idea.
Yeah.
That they're just everywhere waiting for certain things to happen, to take place. I love that idea. And I think that's something that could be explored properly. It has been confirmed that this new Terminator will kick off a new trilogy. Yeah. And the first movie is going to just be called Terminator. Mm. So, you know, this could go right back to the start and re-explore it right from the beginning again. And there is a wealth of mythology out there. Dark Horse did some incredible stuff with their comic books. Much more exciting stuff than they did with the latter two movies. There's so much out there that can be done. But it's time travel. You know, as Doctor Who fans will tell you, as Back to the Future fans will tell you, as you know, as fans of time travel thing, you can do whatever the hell you want. Just keep it within that universe.
Yeah, keep
and
it
you can
within
do what
the
you want.
Context of that reality.
Yeah. You know, because whenever Terminator Salvation, the sequel to that was supposed to have like basically like a time collapse where the future war crashed into the modern day. Yeah. And while it sounds great, it would have been awful. Yeah. It would have been so bad.
See, my issue with Terminator Salvation is the fact that we needed
that John Connor shouts everything. That was my issue with it.
It's because he does that.
Yeah.
He uses his Batman voice.
Yeah, that was my issue.
This is John Connor, leader of the Resistance.
Yeah. And CGI Arnie. What the heck?
I know.
That was awful.
Well,
that messed me up.
That was actually painful.
Yeah.
And he didn't have reproductive organs.
Yeah, not
you were
really an
looking?
issue.
It was an action man figure.
You could see his reproductive organs in the first movie if you watched it on Blu-ray.
No, yeah, well,
which is distressing.
If you pause it in the right place, am I right?
But yeah,
and a little bit of Michael Biehn as well.
Oh, aye,
a little bit of Michael's. Whatever.
Reflective. Yeah, no, but
we're pushing the boundaries. What we can
but yeah, no, I think the Terminator franchise is crying out to be rebooted.
It's desperate for something new. But like I said before, like the original one was like a horror movie, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Because Arnie was like the Predator.
I remember watching it as a kid. Whenever when it came out in 80, what was it, 84? I was 7. 84. I was 7 when it came out, and I remember my dad watching it on video. So maybe it was not a couple of years after that. So I was about 8 or 9. Yeah. And I wasn't, I remember he had been watching it one night and I'd seen bits of it. And to me, it was a horror movie.
Yes, it was.
It was a horror movie because the Terminator was scary, and he was unstoppable. He was terrifying.
And the best part was, you didn't know what was under the skin.
Yeah. And I never saw all of it, so I don't want everybody thinking, his dad was letting it. He wasn't, but I remember seeing bits of it on TV. Everybody at our age, Ruth, I'm sure you're the same. You'd seen bits and pieces of things on TV. Yeah. Freddy Krueger. American Werewolf in London.
Yep.
Every kid had seen bits of these, and they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing bits of the Terminator and thinking, that is so scary.
Yeah.
And then I watched it years later, and it is scary. It is scary because it's that bit in the police station where he says, he will not stop ever until you are dead. Yeah. And that's scary, and they sort of forgot about that as the movies went on.
Yeah, it's because he just turned into, and it's the worst part is they made him a good guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And then they made
in the movie, but
they made the bad guys better than the good guy.
Yeah,
they made them like Robert Patrick in Terminator 2.
Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, like imagine that in the context of the first movie.
Yeah.
Imagine that as a horror. Just this guy who can turn his arms into knives.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you have the scene in Terminator 2 just where he's impersonating John's stepmother, and like the guy, like the stepfather comes into the room and like he's drinking milk or something, and then just. There's that scene where it cuts to the close-up of her and she's on the phone and she goes, hang on a second.
Yeah, you just
and you have no
crunch.
idea what happened. Yeah. And then it cuts to the wide and he's just got this massive sword through his head. That's scary. Play on that.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, until you get the Terminator Salvation where he's parking helicopters on top of them and shooting them with water pistols and stuff. Yeah. It's terrible. Yeah. Okay. Anton Yelchin was really good. I liked him as Kyle Reese.
He was great.
I was surprised how much I liked him as Kyle Reese.
Yeah, another reason why I wanted to see a sequel. Yeah. That and the fact that where were the plasma guns?
Yeah.
Where were the mountains of skulls? Where were the massive hunter killers?
And come here, that no mark that was in Avatar. Sam Worthington.
Yes.
I actually liked him. I thought Marcus was an interesting character.
I liked his character.
Yeah, he was an
really
interesting
liked his character because, it's that thing that I love in movies, the man out of time.
Yeah.
And here he is in this, like, he wakes up in this unknown world. He doesn't know he's part cyborg. He doesn't know what the plan is. And then, Helena Bonham...
Yeah, what was going on there?
Tim Burton.
What was going on there when Apple suddenly took over and were running Skynet? Yeah, but
I love that as well throughout the course of the movie, especially halfway through it, where he's trying to escape the let's just call it what it is, the rebel base, and like he gets blown up and he gets like bits of skin ripped off him and stuff. And he gets half his face is missing. Why does Skynet repair him? At the end of the movie, why do they put skin all back on him again?
I need to watch it again to even try and ponder that. I don't know. I don't know.
But no, for what it was, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I thought
even though it felt like expanded universe sort of stuff, it didn't feel like a proper Terminator.
Do you remember the bit where they dropped John into the ocean?
Yeah.
What was going on there?
Down to the submarine.
Yeah, please.
I need divers for a lock-in.
Yeah, please. Oh my God, please.
That's Batman.
Yeah. What is going on? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. No, it's just dire stuff.
Stark Industries, loving the T-shirt.
Thank you. Yes, this was bought for me by Nadine last year, and I couldn't fit into it. She got me a size that was far too small for me, and here it is. I've lost weight.
Yeah, fair losing the beef.
Looking good.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. I'm newly single, so I don't have a good woman anymore to feed me constantly. So now I'm back on the single man diet of pot noodles and pepperonis.
Right.
Yeah. Frozen pizzas from Iceland. So it's a great way to lose weight. Be single.
Right.
He said to the married guy and the girl who's going steady with a string of fellas and possibly a girl.
Right.
Ruth.
No comment.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just a guest. It's up to you to wrap it up.
It's up to me to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to talk about? Mark?
No, I'm good. I didn't even mean to come in and talk. I was just coming in and give you a lift home.
Okay. Steady.
Yeah, easy.
Buy me dinner first. Ruth?
No, I've nothing else
You
to
want to
say.
talk about now?
Nothing else to talk about now.
Terrible stuff you would admit to. Yeah.
No, not really.
Right, okay, fair enough. Well, this has been fun. It has been an event. It has been terrifying for me. I don't know why. Again, because I think like me and Ruth and Stuart, we're the side players. Because I think Mark is the column of support, I think, on this show, because he's the one that actually knows what he's talking about. I'm just the pretty face. I just chime in with and stuff.
Mark and I look at each other like, what?
And then I,
What?
See this tattoo? You like this tattoo?
Yeah. You like that, Papas? Huh?
Yeah, you
like that?
Yeah. Have you watched Point Break on Blu-ray yet?
No.
Come on.
I know.
It's amazing.
As Michael Keaton said in Batman, my life is really complex.
Yeah.
In other words, I don't get time to watch TV.
Yeah, and had it been Christian Bale.
My life is really complex. Batman.
Yeah, right, good. Right, well, this has been Following the Nerd. Thank you very much for listening. If you're still out there, if we haven't scared you off tonight. Big thanks to Will Sliney for coming on and listening to our insanities, and we wish him all the best with his future Marvel projects. Ruth, it's been a pleasure.
I would like to reciprocate, but...
I'll bet you do.
Easy.
You are a filth girl. Anyway, and I like that. Anyway, and thanks, Mark, for coming in and trying to steer the show back to less dangerous waters, I suppose.
Okay.
This Following the Nerd.
Well done, me.
Well done, you indeed.
Well done, Mark. Big gold star.
That's super.
Yeah.
Anyway, until next time, this has been Following the Nerd. I've been Saxon.
And I've been Ruth.
And in the words of the great Dave Allen,
may your gods go with you.
May they indeed.
Hello, this is Ian McNeese as Winston Churchill.
Hello, this is John Leeson.
Hey there, this is James Arnold Taylor, voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hey, my name is Stuart Arnold. I'm the entertainer native from Britain's Got Talent.
The voice of K9.
Voice of Yabba Dabba Doo, Fred Flintstone.
And I am following
and
the nerd.
I am following the nerd.
I am following the nerd.
Following the nerd, and I'd just like to say, KBO, keep buggering on. Thank you. God bless and good night to you all.
Following the Nerd is produced by Mark Savage and Michael Bashford. It is produced by Mark Savage with co-hosts Michael Bashford, Phil Wiltz and Paddy Ryan. Following the Nerd is edited by Dave Hart, with original music by Paul Morgan. This podcast is not endorsed by Lucasfilm Limited, 20th Century Fox, Warner Brothers, Dark Horse Comics, Marvel, IDW, DC Comics, HBO, or any other company group unless expressly stated as such, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Following the Nerd and the Following the Nerd logo are all rights are reserved worldwide. All other trademarks are the property of the respective owners. Following the Nerd Online, the Following the Nerd logo, Following the Nerd, and all associated logos and designs are the intellectual property of Following the Nerd Limited. All music and recognisable features of the intellectual property relating to these trademarks are likewise the intellectual property of Following the Nerd Limited. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Following the Nerd unless otherwise indicated.